as projects continue over time, so it will incur indirect cost like cost of equipment, leases, or the interest on the investment, etc. And also in some cases, like with government contracts, so there will be a penalty if we cross the project due date, so we cannot deliver the project within due date. So these are the indirect costs that incurs in practical scenario on all the projects. So there is a relation between these indirect costs and the crashing cost, so which we can depict on a graph like this. So the relation between these two are, so as the duration increases, as I said, the indirect cost increases, and to reduce this duration we will be applying the project crashing technique. So but as we reduce the duration using the crashing technique, the crashing cost will go up. So because as we reduce the duration of the project, we need to assign more resources or more equipment, etc., and so the crashing cost increases. So there is a trade-off between these two costs, the indirect and crashing cost, which you can see on this graph. The y-axis is the cost and x-axis is the project crashing or the time, the project duration. So as the project duration increases, this indirect cost increases. Okay, and as we try to crash the duration, our crashing cost will also increase. So since there is a trade-off between these two, the time as well as cost, so we can see an optimal point where we can minimize this cost as well as basically the total cost, which includes the crashing cost and indirect cost. So we will be getting a minimum point on this, so which will incur the minimum total cost, and it is the optimal project time. In the sense, we cannot reduce or shorten the time below this, we cannot move below this because it will incur a larger cost, and even if we go over this optimal project time, it will also incur the additional indirect cost. So if we go towards the left, it will incur more cost in terms of crashing because we are reducing the time over optimal project time, and if we increase or if we use more time than required the optimal time, it will incur more indirect cost. So there is always a trade-off between these two. So based on the project and the requirement, this crashing technique will be used to shorten the project duration at the minimum cost possible. So this is all about project crashing. From the exam point of view, this is a very important topic. So a question might be expected on what project crashing is all about, and it might be asked the relation between these costs and how it is done on an example or a sample data. So please read up this concept, project crashing.
For engineering services general studies video lectures, visit www.iesgeneralstudies.com. For mechanical engineering video lectures and question and answer discussion, visit www.getnet.com.